So something quite shocking to me occurred very quickly within a few weeks of being on a carnivore diet. For the first time in my life, I'm 31, I wanted children. Just think about that. Suddenly, I wanted children. And now think about all the vegans who are talking of depopulation and of getting the snip, sterilizing themselves. Think about that. Who's more aligned with nature?
So there's been a lot of talk in the high carb vegan community about vasectomies. A lot of guys are getting the snip.
So vasectomy, absolute best way. I got a vasectomy.
Now I'll call it the fucking fuck method. You get a vasectomy, guys.
Being married without children, how are you enjoying it so far?
Well, I hate children, so what do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Alright, the time has come. It's the morning of the big snip.
And I've got a lot of guy friends who have had vasectomies. A lot of guy friends. I even freely said, I remember a few years ago I was giving a shit and I said, you know, if you didn't have me, you know, what about contraception with someone else? And she's like, well, I just have to have them have a vasectomy because it just is so convenient. I was like, okay.
So we decided to wait until Robin did get the vasectomy before we had sex.
But it's planted a seed in their head. They're thinking, fuck, these cunts are getting vasectomies. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should put the pressure on myself as a man to man the fuck up.
Am I gonna get a vasectomy? I don't know if I'm gonna get a vasectomy. Some days I think I am, some days I think I'm not. If I hang around during rider long enough, maybe I will.
Fucking easy operation. It's easy as fuck. It's cheap.
We have ripped a hole in your scrotum and we've pulled the tube out. And we've already cauterized down the end.
What I thought I'd discuss is vasectomies and whether I should have one.
So I've had a vasectomy operation because I decided I definitely didn't want to have kids.
Hi, it's Tony here from The Wholesome You. So this is just a quick update on regards to Nick and his vasectomy. He's had it done, haven't you, Nick?
Done. Look, limp dick, condoms fucking break, vasectomies don't.
Yeah, I'd say the operation was successful, and I'm waiting now until I have about 20 ejaculations before I go for a test to find out if I'm finally sterile.
So I got my vasectomy, I think I was like 27 years old when I got it, so I'm almost 32 now.
You're wasting so much of your free time. Like, you wanted to go eat at a restaurant, you wanted to, I don't know, play video games.
You won't get a vasectomy, guys, because you know why? You don't have the balls that Vegan Gains does.
Yes, I literally didn't want children until I went carnivore. I've only been carnivore not even 4 months. And 2-3 months ago I wanted children suddenly. This shocked me. Because it's like a deep point that you don't associate with diet. But when you start understanding that veganism is a permanent winter hibernation diet, then you realize it makes complete sense. So in nature, back in the day, in tribes, when we lived in nature, and we didn't have a supermarket, in winter, food would be scarce. So you're never gonna want to have a child in winter. So instinctively, it's all beautifully built into nature. You instinctively don't want a child when you're weak and about to go into hibernation, because it would stress you out, it wouldn't be good for the child, and it wouldn't be good for you. And so because I was vegetarian from the age of 11, and my mother was already fairly anemic and weak, giving birth to me, I never had the natural strength. And so I had an intelligence, an inbuilt intelligence telling me, nah, I don't want children. But that was part of being depressed, being a recluse, you know, and you just build endless layers of spiritual and new age bullshit to justify this starvation diet that's kind to the animals. Bullshit. I call bullshit. So yes, I want children for the first time in my life. Just in time that I quit veganism. I'm 31, it's still time to have, well timed to have children. But imagine these poor souls that are now 40, 50, or that will be, and believe that they genuinely don't want children, and even make up moralistic nonsense to justify that.
We have created a very unnatural world, so following our natural instincts does not always match up or marry up with the artificial, crazy world that we've created. Yes, ideally, in a perfect ideal world, Luca and I would have very much enjoyed having our own children and raising them. But it's just not a scenario that we see as feasible in the world that we have collectively created.
So what I propose is that people have a test. They need a license, a permit before they procreate, before they have children. They need to pass a test. And that men get vasectomies. All men have to get vasectomies.
We have enough humans on the planet. We don't need any more humans. It is not okay for women to have babies and stop contributing to the process. We don't need children. If you find yourself pregnant, there are options and you can have an abortion. No babies. Cut off the baby factories.
There's a huge problem with overpopulation, just the amount of carbon, like the carbon footprint you have just by having children.
The natural world is collapsing around us, and that's actually happening right now. Basically last year I came to the decision that I couldn't bring a child into that.
It's the fact that humans and their domesticated animals now make up the lion's share of the biomass on the planet, and this is a really unhealthy state for the planet. And the biggest problem is that 7 billion people all want to eat meat, dairy and eggs, and that is putting so much pressure on the planet.
We're overpopulated. Why the fuck do you feel so self-entitled to breed? Especially when you're vegan, when you're already aware of what the hell's going on at our planet.
Yeah,
It's so selfish.
There's scientific consensus that the lives of children are going to be very difficult. And it does lead, I think, young people to have a legitimate question. Is it okay to still have children?
So it really would be insane for me to have kids now in this world that we live in. I sincerely hope that we can turn things around, but if the global population doesn't adopt a vegan diet soon, I think that the future is very bleak.
Like, I want to spend my time devoted to animals and helping them. I don't want to waste my time to a child.
So, men get vasectomies, and then their sperm is actually taken away from them. Yes, that's right. And if they pass that test, then they're allowed to have their sperm and procreate.
Or maybe I'll forget about it.
Maybe I'll forget about it and then I'll feel better and I can sleep.
Especially if I take my pills
Well,
to
now
sleep.
I'm absolutely going to take my pills.
Carnivore girls out there, please go raw carnivore. Or vegan girls out there, please go raw carnivore and then hit me up. Nah, but seriously, like, just for humanity, we need some healthy children. We need some unbrainwashed children that can think for themselves. That's what will save humanity. Not anything abstract. Something real, meat in the system. Meat in your body. So yeah, I mean, how about that? For the first time in my life, at the age of 31, I suddenly want children. Coincidence?
Recovery would be to use ice. You need to use like a bag of frozen peas or something like that. Keep putting it in the freezer, take it out, put it against your, not against your bare skin, but just put it against like a thin t-shirt or something over your balls, and then put the ice on there. and do that for 20 minutes and then put it back in the freezer for 20 minutes. In fact, actually have 2 bags because it will start to just defrost over time. So if you have 2 and you alternate, then it will have more time to get cold in the freezer again. So alternate 2 bags of frozen peas onto your balls every 20 minutes. And you could do that for days and days. Do it for as long as you need to until there's no swelling. If there's any swelling, get the ice on there again. It really is the best way of keeping the pain down and the swelling down. And the less swelling that you have.
Oh, it's a beautiful doggy. Yes! You're a bad carnivore. You're bad for eating meat. What a bad person, you doggy.